Welcome back into my channel. I have original BMW stereo. This is a Alpine model number C33. The problem I'm having is this volume potentiometer stopped working all of a sudden, and the volume is not adjusting. It turns on and off, but the volume stayed at one level, and it's not. I can't increase or decrease. A little bit of research, found out this unit needs to be changed. It was really hard to find. Finally, I found it on eBay, and seller is from England, UK, and when I ordered it, actually came from Germany. So I'm gonna list this part number. It was really hard to find. Actually, I used Google AI to find it, which was great help. So what I'm gonna do is, since I have everything disassembled, I'm gonna go ahead and change this, resolder it back, and then put the unit together. And then for you guys viewer, if you want to take it apart, just watch the video backward, I guess. The challenging part was to take the nut. So this is mounted here, and the washer and the nut is inside from there. So I used a couple of screwdrivers to hold the unit and try to pry the nut open. So it did open. It took a little bit of time, but I think the alternative is to take this whole unit front face apart, which I didn't want to touch it. Might be doable. I'm sure it's doable, but I just didn't want to screw up anything here on the electronic part. So I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back just the way I took it off. All right, we'll get started with this and resolder the new piece back. So in order to remove the solder, I purchased the solder sucker from Amazon. Basically how it works is you heat up the solder here, and then you bring this close, you push it in, and then you bring it close, and then press that. It sucks the solder inside this capsule. So what we need is this. We need, obviously, the solder is getting hot right now. Once it's removed, we're gonna go ahead and solder the new piece in. Looking at closer, I already could see there's two pieces here that basically holds this whole unit in. That's all. They are also soldered in, and there are 5 connections. One of them already removed. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this one, and then I just work my way through this pieces here. There it is. All right, so this is out. Like this. Just make sure there's no solder connecting to the adjacent location. Let's just clean this one. There it is. Looks clean. So the only difference I see is this portion. I want to see if I could exchange them. was folded this way. This was folded the other way. Okay, let's see if this works. I'll worry about that later. For now, I took out the other one, pry it out. It does come out, but once it's out, it kind of become loose. So I don't know if I should do anything with this instead of messing with that. We'll see. First, I'll put it in, see if it works first before I do anything else. So we're done with the soldering, and the challenging part is to bolt that in, the washer and this nut. Let's see. Okay. So this part was the hard part, screwing that nut in. So I'm gonna try to do it. Got some threads in. Make sure this is sitting right. Before you put this in, you want to make sure you connect the wire here. So I took this apart a few weeks back, maybe a month back. It took a while for the part to arrive, so hopefully I remember how to put this back. So that's in. There are a couple of screws holding this in. More than that. So total screws that I took out is here. So it looks like there's 2 screws on the side holding this part together. But before that, we have the tape. So the tape will go in. We have some connections here that will line up with this. So as simple as just lining it up and pushing the PC in there. Also a couple screws holding this guy down. One is here one is there. There's 4 of them, one all the way down there. And then we have the face. So I believe we screwed this, we gotta put the face in and then screw it. So this is for the mounting, the lock in place once it's in the car. So we don't worry about that. Make sure it just comes out of the opening there. Once this is in, the button should feel normal, right? So this is all the way in now. So other than that, you have to put the cover in. But let's figure out the screws. There's one screw that has a washer. That would go right here, looks like, because it's open. Four more smaller screw. 3 more. That's time for this. Set. Mount. And this one's all the way down. Never using a magnet, a magnetized screwdriver to get it started. Makes it easier. Okay. Here it is. So this one I can't put it in because this is different diameter. But before I mess with this, I want to make sure it's working. So next, let's go to the car. Alright, so before I put it in, I just want to mention that for convertibles, this is an M Roadster convertible. So when I took this stereo out, the alarm system wasn't functioning correctly, so it wouldn't lock or unlock. It would beep twice. Felt like a door was open, so I did a little bit of research. What happened was when you take the stereo out, this thing activates a limit switch inside. It completes the circuit, so it wasn't working. So I put my hand in there, I pushed that limit switch in, and then started working fine. Works.
and 76 in Buena Park. Ignite your afternoons at Waba Grills. $5 happy hour with our 5-piece pork veggie dough.
So this is working now. So all I have to do is figure out something with the knob.
Life of a showgirl.
So now the alarm should work. There you go. All right, there you have it. That's how to fix the volume control for the stereo C33. This is off of a MZ Roadster 1998. Thank you for watching.